Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of clips from fat activists talking about how the word obese is a slur. We've seen similar videos to this in the past, but to me, it never gets old. The term obese is very insulting. Call me fat. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips.
We all have a genetic set point, and then when we diet, that set point gets higher and higher and higher every...
What? Where the hell are you getting any of this from? Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Here are just a few reasons why I've stopped using the word obesity. And if I absolutely have to use it, like in the title of this video, I censor it.
Good thing you put an asterisk in it right there. What is that, obesity? Obesity, huh? She censors it on the screen and then just says it out loud anyway. You should have censored it like this. Dude, I need to hit a tanning bed or something. Oh my god.
The word itself actually has very fatphobic roots. It comes from the Latin word obesus, which actually means having eaten until fat.
I love that definition, and it also feels like it's not real, right? I heard it before from Aubrey Hoffer.
So the use of that, particularly in a medical sense, suggests that fat people have eaten themselves to disease.
Okay, well, if eating didn't lead to the obesity, then what did?
Which simply isn't true. The whole concept of
What do you mean simply isn't true? Hold on, you glossed over that.
suggests that fat people have eaten themselves to disease, which simply isn't true.
Well, obesity is considered a disease, and you get obese by eating, so...
Concept of obesity being a disease equates fatness with poor health. This can be hard for people to grasp, but being fat is not a disease that needs to be cured.
So it's a disease that does not need to be cured. It's one of those sweet-ass diseases. Yeah, I got the obesity, but I don't need to cure it, it's chill.
The same way that we can all agree there are plenty of unhealthy thin people in the world, there are also plenty of healthy fat people. And although
I've never met an unhealthy thin person. No, I'm just kidding, but there's no healthy fat people because obesity itself, like you said, is a disease.
weight gain can indicate a health issue, it can also indicate recovery. So for many people,
It can indicate recovery? Well, if you go from being underweight to being overweight, I think you've swapped one ED for another.
myself included, being fat is far better for their mental and physical health than being thin. And
How is it better for your physical health if being obese prevents you from doing simple daily activities? It's also definitely not better for your mental health either. Countless studies have shown that exercise alone is very good for your mental health.
categorizing fatness as a disease also directly enables medical fat phobia. And the research actually shows that medical professionals are consistently biased against any patient that's labeled obese, which then means that fat people are consistently denied proper treatment and diagnostics just because of their size.
They have bias against the obese? Is that what it means when the doctor says you should lose weight for your health? They got bias against smokers and alcoholics too. Damn them.
It also invites social stigma because obesity isn't viewed like other diseases. It's viewed as a moral issue and always the fault of the person experiencing it. And then
I don't view obese people as being moral failures or anything like that. I do view them in a similar light as alcoholics. And similarly, it is considered a disease just like alcoholism. I think most people are supportive of people when they see them trying to better themselves and or quit the substance that they're addicted to. If you see an alcoholic going off the rails, you're just like, geez, man. But if they're working on it, you're like, all right, good job, dude. Same thing for when you see like a larger person at the gym or working on their diet. Hopefully the average person is supportive, although I know a lot of people are not.
people use it as an excuse to be fat phobic under the guise of caring about their health. And that is hardly a surprise considering that, we've been taught to fear the obesity epidemic for as long as I can remember as well.
We've been conditioned to fear the obesity epidemic.
As being consistently told that it's always the individual's fault, despite the fact that there are literally hundreds of different factors that influence our body size.
No, there aren't. There are two factors that influence body size: how you eat and how you move. Shoot, if you want to be lazy, you don't even have to move. You can control your weight 100% through diet. In fact, I haven't even been working out lately. I've been going through a lot of bad stuff in my personal life, and with this house that I moved into, there's like lead in the water, and I'm trying to deal with. I've got a lot of other stuff that I'm dealing with, and I haven't been working out, but I'm maintaining my weight 100% just through diet. I haven't lost weight, I haven't gained weight.
Instead of saying obese, I just say fat, which to me is just a neutral descriptor like short or brunette. And as much as...
Okay, well, why isn't the word obese a neutral descriptor like short or brunette? I think you guys dislike the term obese because it's got a medical ring to it. When someone calls you something that you consider a slur, then you can play the victim and try to take legitimacy away from their argument. That's part of the reason that I never make fun of anybody's physical appearance or call them slurs or anything, because then it would be really easy to discount what I have to say. But I have actually been fairly nice, so you can't discount anything that I've said. You have to listen. You could start watching one of my videos where I disagree with you, and you're like, oh, actually, that guy's just a bigot. And then you just keep watching, you're like, he didn't call me like a fat moron or make fun of my appearance at all. He stayed laser focused on my words. Damn it! I honestly don't care what anybody looks like. I've said this before and I'll say it again. All that matters is being a good person. That's all that matters to me. To get my respect, be a good person.
Possible, I just avoid commenting on other people's body size at all. Just realised I totally forgot to do my eyebrows. Anyway, here is the finished look and the outfit. Feeling very, very cozy because I'm off to a Christmas market.
Okay.
Hope you all have lovely, lovely days as well.
All right, madam. I hope you have a lovely day too. But I disagree with everything you just said. Next, we haven't seen from her in a while. I believe her name is Angelina.
I have a hot take to share that's not actually a hot take, but people will think it's a hot take because they're offended and or feel judged by it. Stop using the word obese or obesity, especially if you're talking about a fat person.
Fat person? Okay. You got a little animated there, Angelina.
But just in general, just don't use the word obese or obesity to talk about fat people or fat bodies.
Well, I do spend a lot of time talking about fat bodies, so I will be sure to use the correct terms. This is kind of like if somebody that had glasses was like, don't refer to me as somebody that has a vision problem. Call me Four Eyes. Don't call me tall. Call me Stretch.
Because we are not a disease. We are not scientific experiments. We are...
Obesity is a disease, my friend.
People. If you want to talk about a fat person, you can call them a fat person, a person of size.
Person of size is okay, but obesity is not. All right, man, you guys are going off the deep end. Person of size.
Plus size individual, etc. You do not have to use the word obese. It is not an accurate term to discuss human beings or...
It is an accurate term. The term obesis means to eat until fat. It's of Latin origins. Back in the day, they knew the cause of obesity. Today, some people are getting a little confused.
Their bodies. In addition, on the mid-size post, a couple folks said, well, I identify as mid-size because I'm not obese and I'm not skinny. And I think to me that's a red flag.
That is a red flag. Hopefully those people have been put on some kind of watch list. They sound unhinged. All right, so that was insane. Her argument was that we shouldn't refer to people as obese because people aren't diseases. But in a similar vein, as an alcoholic has alcoholism, an obese person has obesity. Take it up with Webster, baby. Now we're going to be taking a look at a bonus clip from the Fat Positive Therapist about how fatness is not the result of trauma. I don't believe I've ever covered this person on this channel before, but she's got a lot of hot takes, so we'll be seeing her again in the near future.
Hi, it's Kayla, your Fat Positive Therapist, and I wasn't going to enter the chat on this one about the trauma and body composition stuff, but I think it's maybe time that I weigh in.
Weigh in? You're good. You're good.
Fatness is not a result of trauma.
That's true. I've never seen anybody on my 600-pound life have a traumatic past.
Trauma can be a result of being in a larger body, but having fat on your body is not because you've experienced trauma and are holding on to it.
So there's never been somebody who had something traumatic happen to them and then starts self-soothing with food. You've never seen one episode of my 600-pound life. and this person is a therapist. I wouldn't go to a fat personal trainer. I wouldn't go to a fat doctor. I wouldn't go to a fat therapist.
Can we use eating as a coping skill when we've experienced distress? Absolutely. And guess what? There's way worse coping skills out there that you could be using that does way more damage to your body.
Obesity is one of the most prevalent causes of death in the United States. So, an estimated 300,000 deaths per year are due to the obesity epidemic. 9,173 people died from heroin in 2021. Okay, so you are many times more likely to die from obesity than heroin. Let's see how many people died from alcoholism. The Alcohol-Related Disease Impact Application estimates that each year there are more than 140,000 deaths attributable to excessive alcohol use, making alcohol one of the leading preventable causes of death in the United States. 140,000 people die per year from alcohol-related deaths, less than half the amount from obesity. Statistically, obesity causes more deaths than alcohol and heroin combined. So I don't know what she's on a boot. Sorry, got a little Canadian there. When things are too ridiculous, I start to become Canadian. Eh?
And guess what? There's way worse coping skills out there that you could be using that does way more damage to your body.
A therapist just told you eating as a coping mechanism is fine. There's worse things you could do. Statistically, not really. That substance kills more people than anything else.
Can we heal our relationship with food and not use it as a coping skill? Yeah, of course we can.
No.
Can we also heal our relationship with, or heal our body with trauma and through a somatic processing? Of course we can, but that's not going to mean that you're going to lose weight. The goal should not be to lose weight. The goal should be to heal your trauma.
The goal could be to lose weight. Carrying around all this excess stuff is definitely not ideal. And as we just read, being obese is very dangerous.
Like, that's it. Because if you lost weight, your trauma wouldn't be healed. And also, do you know what causes weight gain? Dieting.
Dude, can we just strip this person of her doctorate right now? No. Eating in a caloric surplus and not burning those calories leads to weight gain. Dieting is a very broad term.
We all have a genetic set point. And then when we diet, that set point gets higher and higher and higher every
What? Where the hell are you getting any of this from?
time. Yo-yo dieting.
Right, stop projecting, okay? I'm sorry that you did some dumb diets that didn't work.
So if you want to connect two things together, dieting and weight gain, we should connect those together.
Or maybe you can just put your ego aside and realize that whatever you did before to try to lose weight was wrong. How about that? You did something wrong. Can you accept that?
But regardless of what your body looks like, it's fine. Heal your trauma instead. That's more important. Okay. Bye.
I think you can heal your trauma and lose weight. I don't think being obese is really helping our mental state at all. Next. Alright, now we're going to be taking a look at a clip from Megs for Fun, responding to this comment that reads, "Cute, but are you okay? You're gasping for air."
Now, I understand that this is a very complicated concept to wrap our head around, but sometimes people breathe differently. A, in different environments. B, with different sound and acoustic spaces. Sometimes somebody's natural breathing sounds a lot louder than it actually is, or...
So when somebody called her out for huffing and puffing, she's like, no, for all these various reasons, you're hallucinating.
a lot more intense than it actually is.
I wasn't huffing and puffing, it just sounded that way. This is so weird, man.
Because of the way in which they are speaking, their cadence, a variety of things, a camera literally 6 inches from their face.
Somebody is calling her out for huffing and puffing while making a video, and she's like coming up with all these excuses. She's like, sometimes when people make a video, it sounds like they're huffing and puffing because of the acoustics in the room. Like, what the hell, dude? God, that's funny. I love all of the excuses and mental gymnastics from people within the fat acceptance movement. I could watch these all day, bro. And I do.
On the other hand, sometimes people are breathing in a weird way because of allergies, because they just got over being sick.
I wasn't huffing and puffing, baby. It was the allergies. I'm not going down a slippery slope. There was pollen in the air.
because they have some sort of birth defect. Because
What? I wasn't huffing and puffing. I have a birth defect.
they might have like a gastrointestinal hernia because of a variety of factors.
Bro, I actually have 2 hernias, and it doesn't cause me to huff and puff. I have an umbilical hernia as well as an inguinal hernia.
They could be somebody who's really insecure about their natural breathing cadence.
It could be literally anything other than the thing that might be embarrassing. It definitely couldn't be related to our weight at all.
So as a recommendation for you in the future, if you actually care about somebody and their well-being, maybe keep it to your self.
Oh, damn, Megs for Fun got a little dark there at the end. I love how her name is Megs for Fun. Because she is just a barrel of laughs, my friend. Perhaps not intentionally. What did you think of the clips that we just watched? Is the term obese a slur? Is fatness not caused by trauma? And was that commenter mistaken and Megs was not huffing and puffing, but the acoustics were just weird, or she had a birth defect, or she had a gastrointestinal issue? Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.